Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte.
Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Okay, ready? White. Set.
Young wasting no time, right to the air.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Young to throw it. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And that will be incomplete.
It's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
Sanders with a 1st down carry, but he's going to be stopped up behind the line. A loss of a couple there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Young.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
Young here, you can see, changing the play.
Young to throw on 2nd down. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
The Panthers at 500 at 6 and 6. But Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but The attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their third in a row. And the question, is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shocks on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebackers.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
They're swooping. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second down, Young. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
You look at this Eagle defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. And they can do it on that one.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On 1st and 10, Young. It's caught by Sanders. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Set, ready. Set.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal.
From the right hash, this from 48.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. The
Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to throw that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Eckler again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot forward.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score.
Come on, set.
It's Young on first down. But that's complete to Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Right, 97.
Brings up second and 1.
A play fake, now Young. He's got his big tight end, that's Hurst. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Claude Ray. Ray.
First and 10, Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
That throw by Young incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. To throw, Young. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. But first down, Hurts. Oh, that's deep for Duvernay. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Hurts sets up to throw it. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On second down, Young. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a second down throw for Young. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Here we
And
go.
no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think the teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
2nd and 5.
Miami.
It's Eckler again. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now a give, but this is going to be a reverse. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got it.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. but an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's
touchdown! Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And Shaheed going to go in motion. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Brown just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are right back in this football game.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Young going to move him around. To throw is Young. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He hits his target, Lockett. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Young. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that.
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. A handoff to McAllister, and he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And that ball popped free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
Ready.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Young. Able to get this to Patrick. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Young's throw taken in here by Patrick. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Young.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Spike, 6.
They'll come up now on second down.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
Set, punt.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Drill green. Set.
Here's Young.
And pressure coming, and they got him once
Run the
again.
ball.
This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Ready,
No
ready.
choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Punt.
Young.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's Sidney Brown with it.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the fourth. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Down to about the 37.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. On the give, McAllister with it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21.
Panthers 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready, ready. Ready, go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for Philadelphia, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears.